Hi, everyone. This is Prayaag Akbar. I'm an author, and I'm going to read a bit from my second novel, which is called Mother India. It's published by HarperCollins. Um, the novel is about one of the principal characters in the novel is Mayank, who works for a YouTuber, a right-wing YouTuber named Kashyapji, Vikram Kashyap. And so this section deals with the bit that I'm going to read is from their office. It's a scene from their office. uh, Vikram sir had a bit of the hobbyist about him. This fact had dawned on Mayank over the course of some months as he noted a stream of arrivals from Amazon, each promising great things: a U-shaped aluminium device that enlarged and strengthened the wrist, a grainy supplement powder that replaced all your needed vegetables, a made-in-India drone with a tricolor remote, swatches of electrostatic microfiber that were, for a while, the only things Sushil and he were allowed to use when wiping the screens in the office. After a lively video they'd made about bulldozer justice went super viral, Kashyap bought a conference table with a whiteboard surface that could double as an oversized standing desk, descending to crouching height at the touch of a button. Mayank smiled to himself, thinking back. The table had been imported after a fulsome recommendation from an American tech influencer. Unlike his own generation, who instinctively knew, Kashyap belonged to an age that could not always discern sponsored posts from uncorrupt recommendations. At any rate, their boss insisted they use the table at every opportunity. And it was around this that they sat now to hammer out the script that would accompany the Bharat Mata video. Kashyap picked up the printout, cleared his throat, and began to read. And what next now for the student of year, for the student of the year, the Vridha Vidyarthi? He looked around the table. That's good, isn't it? Funny. Do people know what Vridha means? Mayank asked. We don't want the joke to get lost. Maybe it would be funnier in English, Sushil said. Our aging academic. Nothing wrong with a little Sanskrit, Kashyap said. And when I say student of the year, I want a flash of the movie poster. Alia's body with this fucker's face photoshopped, okay? Get a good one. Bikini, miniskirt, something like that. He stubbed a finger at the printouts in front of him, indicating the student union leader's swarthy, bearded face. Fair and lovely, we'll make him. I'm going to skip a little ahead to the closing bit of the chapter. Perhaps Mayank was riding high on the praise he'd received that morning for his work on the animation, because he decided to venture his opinion. Vikramji, he said softly, I had just one question. Say, Kashyap ordered. Isn't it that this guy, in his speech, he said he loved the country? It was only this one symbol that he felt was not appropriate. So the education, reservation, all that, he isn't talking about that. Why don't we just stick with Bharat Mata? We can challenge him by explaining to our audience how important she is to us, why we feel so much for her, why we sing Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Kashyap leaned back in his chair as he considered this proposition. He looked briefly at Sushil and then settled his gaze upon Mayank, whose neck felt hot and began to itch. Then Kashyap threw himself forward, plonking his elbows on the conference table. You know, sometimes I really don't understand you two, he said. Sushil glared at Mayank. So long you've been working for me now, but you haven't picked up the basics. It doesn't matter what he's saying, what he's actually saying or trying to say. It matters how we interpret it. We are the ones with the audience. What matters is how we relay it to our followers, what we make of his words so our followers click on the video. It's a jungle out there, men. Everyone eats. To make an impact on the internet, you don't need ideas. You need enemies.
Just before we start, I just like to say that this novel is really relevant, but also we see what can happen, but also something that is already happening. There's a
Uh,
lot going on in the book.
yeah, I know. I've been told that that uh, it's a lot of themes packed into a very short novel. But I feel, one of the things I tried to do, I don't know if you picked up on this when you were reading it, but one of the things I tried to do was try and capture the speed of how information comes at us on the internet, on social media and things like that, when it's it's you just feel sometimes you're being bombarded with information, and some of it is
Right.
useful, some of it is funny, some of it is horrifying. You know, all sorts of things come at you at the same time. And I wanted the novel to carry some of the texture of our interaction with the internet. You know, I don't know if that came across or not, but that was my intention when I was writing it.
It did.